So last Friday I got my copy of Dare Life 5 Ultimate, and this past weekend I was dissecting the game, learning the new mechanics, see what they changed and all that jazz. And Sunday I was able to play a good online session with a bunch of people. Had like a really good streak going, had like a 26 win streak until someone finally beat me. But during the win streak in the chat room, there's like a lot of complaints. There's one that's just like complaining that I spam and all that stuff. And this is not the first time this happened to me. It's like, it happened to me in multiple games for many years online, you know. And I feel like that type of mentality, it's like when people are just complaining, like, oh, this guy does the same move over and over. And, they just, they'll say something like, oh, this guy's not a good player, so my loss doesn't really count. But, they're just in denial that they need to work on their game basically. Essentially, quote unquote, someone beats you with one move, it's like, whose fault really is it? Is it the person doing the one move, or is the person not adapting? You know, but I had like, it was pretty crazy. It just got to the point where like the whole room gang up on me and just like, I guess try to make me the bad guy, so to speak. And again, it didn't really bother me that much, but I started getting like hate mail and rather than, focusing on how to beat me, they're just being negative and trying to put me down and stuff. And not really too often I reply to like hate mail or in chat rooms and such, but like after I lost my 26 win streak, I had to say something. But it's like I'm just trying to remember what they say. They say a bunch of stuff because like I don't see the chat room, um, when I'm playing, but like in between matches, I get to see a glimpse of it. And every time someone always has to say something, you know, he's like, oh, we was doing the same combo and over. It's like, well, you get hit by the same combo and over. But Dead or Alive is a different game where it's like, you can't just rely on one bread and butter all the time. That really goes for a lot of the fighting games. Um, because you have to worry about counters in between like hits. So like I can't necessarily do the same combo into a juggle because if that's the case, then you can able to counter me very easily. If someone's just saying, "Oh, you're doing the same combo and over," but not necessarily. It's like after juggle, sometimes I do, or sometimes I do a different combo based on like the weight, because there's weight classes in the game. There's a heavyweight, lightweight. If there's a heavyweight, they don't juggle as high as opposed to lightweight. You could juggle higher and you could do a bigger combo. So like my combos are different, but I guess out of frustration, they just feel, I guess they see the same sequence on some of the part of the combos, and they feel like I'm doing the same combo and over. But again, it's not my fault, that I'm doing the same combo over and over because they're allowing me to hit them. So, uh, what else? Someone, saying like I throw a lot, but in Dead or Alive, they go by the triangle system, which basically is strikes beats out throws, throws beats out counter holds, counter holds beats strikes. So if you're just throwing out, counter holds for no apparent reason, I'm going to throw you. And in throws in this game, neutral throws you can break. Um, Combo throws, like throws into throws, you can break as well. But all other throws, you can't break. So I do take advantage of that, and if I smell that smell a counter coming, I'm gonna throw you, and that's that. And if you don't like that, don't randomly throw counters. I mean, I tend to like do, 2 hits or 3 hits, and then if I know that you're doing a counter a lot, I'll wait. I won't finish it because there's a chance that she can, guess right and counter me. But if I see that you're not countering me, then yeah, I go to town and I start like, rushing down and, you know, mix out with mids, lows, whatever, you know. But it really all depends on the player I'm fighting. Um, But there's a lot of like craziness stuff. But the one thing that really bothers me is like they put all the blame to me, and not like realizing, oh, why am I losing? Oh, this guy's doing this. I need to adapt to it and such. And I of course I do lose some matches as well. And when I lose some matches, I look back and go, why did I lost that match? I think so far the matches I lost in Dead or Alive 5 is because I don't really know the strings. I would get like 3-0, 3-1, whatever, just because I just don't know the strings. They go like mids and lows. So what I do is, I go to training mode and I go through, the moves of that particular character and see like what's the mid, what's the low, so that way I could like block properly next time. So generally, I would like stand there and block, and then next thing you know, there's a low out of nowhere, and then next thing you know, it's a counter hit, and a combo comes through afterwards, and I'm in trouble. But rather than blaming the person, oh, this guy just doing like mids low strings all day, no, it's like I look back and I see what was the problem. And next time, if I fight the person or fight that character, it's not going to be a problem. See, so there's times I lose, and it's just like it is what it is. I'm just gonna have to learn from it, rather than getting frustrated and blame the person. Because if you're just gonna sit there and complain, nothing gets done. And as soon as I lost that 26 win streak, someone beat me, and not to make excuses or anything, but I suspect the guy like intentionally lagged on me, because like if you watch in spectator matches, you could tell someone's lagging pretty bad in the spectator matches, and I find it very interesting that like his other matches didn't lag, but with mine in particular, it lagged like crazy. So I was just like, okay, I know exactly what to do afterwards, because basically what he's doing like strings that will like lead me to block stun, and I know exactly what to do. But anyways, like yeah, I lost to that guy. I think he was using Christie, and everyone's all like, yeah, it's over finally. I'm like, you know, didn't bother me one bit. I'm gonna get that run back. Just gonna have to wait in line, and I'm pretty confident I'll beat him next time, because it was like the fifth round anyways, and lag was a factor. I was dropping combos, and I was landing my combos, and all the other players, but not him, obviously because of lag, because the lag was that bad. So I was just like, okay, I'll run that back, and I know exactly what to do. And, there's another particular person sent me like so much hate mail, and I'm going to read off the hate mail. You're going to see it on the screen here. So this is what the person said. Oh my god, you're the worst annoying noob I met online. Not only you suck with your spamming moves, but you're a wuss with blocking. Mix your combos, dumb noob, and I'm going to beat your spamming blank next time with my... Oh, there's more. With my 3 best characters, stupid. The one thing I don't understand is, when you go out your way, to send someone hate mail, why do you have to bleep out your own words? I do not get it. You bleep out your words because you know it's going to get censored, but you're going to bypass it just so you can send this hate mail. I don't get it. But this person say I'm spamming moves and I'm wuss with blocking. So I'm wuss with blocking, that means that you can keep on attacking me and beat me, right? And I mix my combos, which I do mix my combos up, because that's how I beat people, because I'm mixing up my combos. What do you know? Now this person is going to fight me with the 3 best characters, but to be honest, when I was playing this particular person, this person needs to worry about working on one character. Now the second message, I guess this person, was waiting, watching, because it was like, 8 to 10 people in the room saying, and then this person said, have to say, sir, it hurts to watch how bad you are with non-stop spamming and 5-hit combos. Well, I do more than 5-hit combos, and if you don't like what you're seeing, no one's forcing you to watch the match. You can just leave. Yeah, this person picked Tina, and it really threw me off. Like my equilibrium was like completely off, because I guess like she has like a really good tech crouching launcher, that like goes under like a lot of my stuff. And on top of that too, I tend to stay underground a bit longer. And then I was like, oh crap, there's ground combos, and it really threw me off. So I had to set things up. And then this person was committing to counter hold mid kicks. So I had to switch my game. It took me a while to realize. I'm like, oh gosh, I have to start doing some mid punches, and it really like messed the person up. And then as soon as we got to the final round, because we got to the fifth round, I pretty much got inside the person's head, and I just pretty much yeah, just I think I demoralized the person because I basically shut the person down. So send me this message here, and it's F you, goddamn, you're a freaking annoying piece of blank, blank. Damn, I never been this pissed to a noob before. F you, and you suck to no end. So I beat this person numerous times, and yet I'm still a quote unquote noob. You know, I don't know why. Maybe to alleviate the sting of the defeat. But it's just one of those things. It's like, if I'm spamming, that means I'm predictable. If I suck at blocking, you can just attack me and you can get away with a lot of stuff. And you've never been so pissed before of a noob, but if I'm a noob and I beat you numerous times, what that makes you? You know what I'm saying? But this is not the first time I got hate mail. I get hate mail all the time. If you, you know, uh, friends of Facebook with me, you would see all the hate mail I get. But again, I just don't understand the logic of blaming the person for you losing. It just baffles me, you know? Is this rather than just learn? I mean, there's nothing on the line. It's not like, money's on the line when you're playing online casuals against, random people. So I don't get what's the rage with this anger and such. But after I lost my 26 win streak, I made a reply saying like, oh, so much love here, LOL, good games. And then afterwards, I had a, because they're just afterwards they were just talking about like, oh, he's finally defeated, and I guess like one person sent a friend invite. Uh, I guess this friend's going to beat me or whatever, and which I beat afterwards. And then I had to say something. It's just like I'm not a special person, and someone made a witty remark, of course, saying like no one said that you were, and I'm like, well, you guys hyping up my loss like I'm such an important person. I'm just playing the game, and one person says like, well, all you do, I guess they said hit strings, and I don't know what that meant, but it's like if you have a problem with the combos or your problem with the moves I've been doing on block, again, you can go to training mode. Go look up Sarah. Look at the frame advantage that person has. Look at what's mid, what's high, what's low, and just go from there. I mean, there's no wrong of doing that. I do that all the time. When I have issues of characters that I can't beat. So it's like hit streaks I didn't understand. I was just like, okay, but again, it sounds like that person's problem because they don't know. They have the lack of knowledge of Sarah. And then afterwards, I got my run back. The person that beat me had a streak and eventually met up with me, and I beat him. I knew I would. I knew exactly what he was going to do, especially under the laggy conditions. Um, I know this particular person just loves to counter, and all I have to do is just bait out the counter. Just don't do anything fancy. Just bait out the counter, just throw. Even though I threw a million times, this guy or this person just is committing to counter and during the combos. So I was just like, okay, just bait it out all day, and that was it. Went through the people, especially the person that they sent a friend invite that supposedly could beat me. I think the person was using Rachel. I never, Rachel's new, so I didn't really know what she can do. Um, but it took me a while to adapt because the person didn't really do much homework with Rachel, so I was able to beat that person. And then I just want to fight that particular person the third time, so that way, you know, there's no doubt, like I guess have like a little 2 out of 3. But the person didn't pick Chrissy this time around, picked Elliot, and I was just like, okay. And I think it ended up being like 3-1. And again, the person is relying on counters. It's not so much like I didn't really know about the matchups, but I know that particular player, how that person plays. The person's going to rely on counter. It doesn't matter which character, you know, that person chooses. He's going to counter a lot. So I have that particular strategy for him that, I'm just going to do a couple hits here, bait out bait out the counter, throw. Sometimes I did some like weird stuff, but every once in a while, I mean, you can't really go by the book or go with the flow chart. Yeah, you have to like, be a little creative to get some damage going because if you follow the flow chart, it just makes you too predictable, and that's not the type of person I am. I like to throw stuff out there to, I guess, keep you on your toes a little bit. I do that every once in a while. I get you in a block string or, I got this like rhythm going. And I do something weird just to see, if you're paying attention. And sometimes I get away with it. There's times I do get punished for it. But for a good amount of time, I would, land that particular move. And that's what I was doing against his Elliot. Beat him, and then that was it. I said, okay, that's it. I gotta go. And then there's other people in the room wanting to run backs and stuff, and I was just like, nah, I gotta sleep. Gotta wake up at 5 a.m. and I gotta work early in the morning. So, but with my experience, it's like I learned a little stuff here and there. I learned that Sarah didn't really change that much, um, but I was just playing with some of these people. I was just like, they're just putting the finger at me. It's my fault that they lost, and no, that's not the case. It's like you have to. I guess when it comes to losing, you have to understand why you lost, learn from it, and forget about it. That's it. I mean, it's just like anything in life. It's like if you have a math test, for example, and you got a couple of problems wrong, do you look at the paper and just go, okay, and just put it in your backpack? No, you look through the paper and see why you get those mistakes and learn from it, why, and so that way that if you do take another test again with the same problems or similar problems, you know exactly what to do. You know, but I don't know. But it's my fault. It's my fault. I'm sorry. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying. Well, that's it for my vlog. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys want, check out my personal website, www.thewill.tv. Take care. Peace.